I was just in the process of trying to show you my plate of food, and you'll never, I'm just, one, I can't figure out words, because, like, that's where the grape dropped. Like, I was expecting it to drop on the floor, and it's like, no. Anyways, here is my breakfast. I have homemade toast, eggs, grapes, and strawberries. Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. I don't know if it's morning for you, afternoon, evening, in the middle of the night. Well, anyways, welcome. I'm Rebecca. I'm the creator behind EY Becca. Yes, I know that is a very unique name. It is my nickname. I did give that nickname to myself, and my parents do still call me that to this day. If you didn't watch the last video, that is just a quick little recap. And we, meaning I, apply to 2 more markets, which it's still processing. Like, one of them, I just made the payment like a couple of days ago, so it hasn't like fully processed yet, but it will. Anyways, today is October 10th. We have a boatload of market prep to do because we have 2 markets. Yeah, I still have like a bunch of products from before, but I want to make sure that I have enough. I don't know what's enough and what's not enough, so we're gonna gauge that and see. I have one market on November 22nd, and then the second one is on December 6th. So we do have a little bit of a gap between the markets, which is nice, especially if I do need to prep more products, which is most likely gonna be the case here, which is fine. We want that. We need that. We hope to sell out a bunch of stuff, or sell out of a decent amount, you know? I do have a list of stuff that I want to prep. The list might get larger, might get smaller. Right now, we're in the stage of, I don't know, but we will figure it out. I did want to tell you a little bit of background information about these markets that I'm doing. The one on November 22nd, I have attended previously as a shopper, which was insane. Pretty much, it is being held at one of my local malls. So they do host it over 4 different weekends, which is insane. So each weekend you kind of have a variety of different vendors. They have like tons of other activities. Like, they have Mrs. Claus, they have Santa, they have like a bunch of different activities. So when I went last year, like, I got a bunch of Christmas gifts. For one, I'm shopping small. For 2, I got them all in one place, so it's like I didn't have to really go to 15 different places or order off of Amazon, which you know how that is. I'm gonna be there on opening weekend, opening day, so I'm so excited. The second market is at an elementary school, but they also are gonna have Santa and like a whole bunch of other stuff going on too. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking and actually get to this market prep that we have been needing to do, because at this point we are just procrastinating. I did want to take a minute to just show off all of my fabric selection. Well, this isn't even all of it, because we have another pile here and then another stack over by my freaking desk. But it's like, you got that, and then you got another stack back there. You got those, you got these, you got those 2. There's this with more stacked kind of behind. All that. There's more here, and then that is more like this stuff down here. That's all like for clothes and stuff, which we haven't got to clearly. But funny enough, I found that on the side of the road for free. I'm like, oh, perfect, because I was using that. First off, I started off with that, upgraded to that, and now we're at that, and this is already full. Plus we have all this. I've upgraded my storage fabric solution 3 times now, and it's still not enough. But it's like, I have so much fabric, like I have multiple different colors. Like I've tried to have, obviously, the blues and the greens, and then the pinks. I don't really have any purples, but I'm trying to pick out some fabric, and that's always the hardest thing, because I'm like, well, I know I have some makeup bags in this fabric, same with this one, but it's like some of these fabrics, I'm like, I don't want to use all of this because I am obsessed with this one, same with that one, but like, I'm like, I want to make a purse out of that one. And then these towels are absolutely adorable. Like, I just can't ever decide. So my current thought process right now, because I have a bunch of this lace and I want to use it so I can make some cute makeup bags with lace trim. But I'm thinking, which we might change our mind here, because this is a vintage top sheet. It is gorgeous. Same with, there's another one I have. I don't know where it is right in this current moment of time. But I was thinking, could use this white. Like it's so cute. You can't get the full gist of the whole pattern, but you know. I was thinking maybe doing that with the blue, or I could even do this with the blue. Could even do the black, to be completely honest, because it has bits of black. And you would pull it out, but ignore the frozen braid. I know you're wondering about it. This is for my niece's birthday, which is coming up soon. So please ignore that. I was just going through some of the makeup bags I currently have. We do have a lot of pinks and reds, which is great, but I do want to try to include some more greens. So I have pulled a few. Like this was a thrifted one. I love this. I just want to see what it looks like in a makeup bag. And then there's, I know I did say I wanted to make this in a bag, and we will, but I do want to do it in a makeup bag too, because it's like, for some reason it's not coming up the way it looks in person, but it looks, on camera it looks like, you know, but it is like a green, a nice green. Just got off work like 10-15 minutes ago, and of course I drove my ass straight to Fabricland because I realized last night that pretty much I don't have like any thread. Obviously I ordered, and like I need more zippers too, and then also we need more batting because I pretty much cut all the batting that I currently have. Like there's a couple little scrap pieces which I can use for like coin pouches or whatever, but for like makeup bags, tote bags, other projects I have in mind like laptop sleeves and whatever else, we obviously need more batting so we can make that. So, yeah, let's go in. I tell myself every time before we go into Fabricland or any store that we're not here to spend thousands of dollars, which it would be nice to just have unlimited amount of money to spend in Fabricland and other craft stores, but unfortunately we have a budget. So I think they even have their Halloween sale on right now. Halloween Thanksgiving, so hopefully there's some cute new fabrics, because it's been a minute since I went in there and I'm just so excited. It's crazy that a store like this gets me so happy. They were having their spooky sale, so, you know, obviously we got some stuff. They rearranged a couple things in there. Every time I go in, it's like changed, and I'm like, where's this? Where's that? So that was fun, but for one, she stuffed it all in here, which is, I love that. She made my life so much easier, and they're so sweet in there. I love them. We didn't get fabric. No, we didn't. I know I said this before, but I just happened to see these. I'm like, these are too cute. I'll use them for lining, because that's why I grab them most of the time, to match with the coordinating color. I don't think I have any purple fabric right now anyway, so yeah. But anyway, it's this nice purple with the little swirls on it. It's 0.7 of a meter. They're like $9, so it's 100% cotton. I will be completely used, don't you worry. And then this blue, I'm like, okay, that's a pretty blue. It's $7.20. It's pretty much a meter. It's 0.9 of a meter, but yeah. And then it obviously tells you like the original price. The original price was $28. $28. There are some other ones I found, but we were like, no, we can't get that. We already have too much fabric. We don't need more fabric. We are fine. So we got 2 things of batting. I decided to grab one more because one, it was $10 off, and I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna buy it, I might as well buy it while it's on sale. So got that. But now we have to go home, eat dinner, start filling up all the bobbins that I need to fill up, because I have none. getting there. I did want to give you kind of an update so far, as it's been a minute since we talked. I did make some little zipper pouches with some scrap fabric, well, larger pieces of scrap fabric that I had, so honestly turned out pretty cute. I might have to make one for myself, even though we shouldn't, because I already have so much. So I thought those were cute. I'll throw them in for whatever. I don't know the price for those yet. But I finished a bunch of little vanity kind of buckets, if you will. So smooch this. I need to clean my desk, and I say this every time, but I really need to do it this weekend. So I need to do that. So let's go through them, because as you can tell, we have a mini boatload. I am debating about making more. Going to the thrift store. I'll probably go to the thrift store to be completely honest, I'm probably gonna go to the thrift store tomorrow, but this one like matches my sweater perfectly. That is adorable. So, see, stuff's everywhere. I need to do some organization. So, you can tell a little bit, but it's quilted, like up and down. So there's this one. I did another one, the exact same, with pink lining, which they're both adorable, and they both match the outside fabric perfectly. So there's those two. And then we got 2 of these with the same nice pink lining. We have 2 of these. I love this fabric. This screams vintage, and I just love it. One of them, we're not going to talk about it, is upside down. So you wouldn't have known unless I told you, to be completely honest, unless you had it in your hand and you were looking at it and you paid close enough attention. But like, you're telling me this fabric is not adorable, like, and it's obviously more one of a kind too, because every piece is slightly different and unique. This one, I want to make one of the, if you're a sewer and you're on TikTok, you might have seen Face Studios. She makes these adorable purses, and I've been debating about buying one of her, like, well, she has a few bags, and I'm indecisive as to which one I want, so that's why we haven't gone and purchased one. But I want to do it in like this fabric, and I think it would be adorable and perfect, and it would be great for fall. Well, for any time of the year, you know, but I already have too many bags. So this one has this adorable green lining, and I made this one a while ago, like, what, 2 weeks ago, something like that. This is when I tested it. Like, I have other like mini versions that I first made when I first started sewing, which were slowly coming up on a year, which is crazy. But I made this one, and I used this adorable towel, and it turned out pretty cute. Like, it's obviously thicker. My sewing machine was able to actually sew it. That was a good thing, and we didn't break it. But obviously, if I am going to continue, because I want to make more with this, the terry cloth fabric, so if we are going to do that, I have to get thinner towels, because this one's a thicker towel. Like, it's so, like, appreciate. Like, obviously we did different quilt lines, so still adorable. So I need to go and finish these. I still have a lot more on my list to do. We have to go to a couple stores and do a bunch of stuff tomorrow, and yeah. So I need tables, I need another tablecloth. Yeah, I need to assess the list, so. I went into HomeSense mainly to look for rugs for my nan. We found some, but they weren't up to what she wanted, so obviously we didn't get anything. But I also went in there to find a mug for my boyfriend. He broke one of the ones I got him before, so obviously with his birthday coming up, I had to give him a replacement. So I got him one for work and one for home. They're good size mugs. Unfortunately, they are wrapped, or else I would show you. But I did find stuff for my booth. I am doing, for my market on November 22nd, I am doing a 10 by 10 foot space. So it is bigger than what I did previously, which was, we did a shared, I shared a booth space, so I had half, which was fine. It was great. I loved it. And I didn't have to supply a table and chairs, which was, and it was an outdoor market, so I didn't have to bring a tent too on top of all that. But anyways, I'm gonna be bringing 2 tables, so we need more stuff for displaying my items, because I'm obviously bringing a couple more new things this time. And I found this, it's supposed to be for jewelry. Are we gonna use it for jewelry? Like, look at the adorable bows. As soon as I saw it, and it's pink, like the sunlight is not, the light's not doing justice. It's like this nice pink, and then it has like the mirror, obviously. But for like 20 bucks, it's like, I could put my, like, I know I already have one that's made out of wood, and we're not gonna talk about that. But I'm like, I was mainly got it because, one, I was thinking, I'm like, well, if I'm going to, because I'm making a boatload of bow bag charms, which I tell you, get out of here. Let me see. This is what I made. I'm making a whole bunch. I already have some already made, but I'm gonna make more. So I was thinking I could just hang them on here, and then it will match with the bows. Like, hold up. We have to see. Give me a minute here. You have to see the vision, because the vision we are talking about is, and then they can be on both sides. Bows with the bow. I don't know why I am just now making this realization, but we are. So I obviously got that, and then I found, because obviously if it's collapsible, it will make my life easier for transportation, because I do have a hatchback, but we only have so much space in the hatchback. So I found this collapsible little rack, so I got that, which I think is great. Now off to Value Village, because I need to find another tablecloth. I was gonna get more baskets, but right now, in this current moment in time, I am now indecisive. So I should have known that it was going to be pretty busy inside Value Village, especially at 6 o'clock on a Saturday. Like, and I knew pickings were going to be slim, and they were. I mean, there was still a couple things where I'm like, oh, that's really cute. I'm like, but I don't need it. So, like, and it's more just like, I've noticed it's just more first glance. Even when I was in HomeSense, there was a couple things I'm like, oh my god, that's so cute. And I loved it the first moment I saw it. And then, like, I did like another lap, and then I came back, I'm like, actually, it's cute, but like, I don't really need it that much. Like, I'm like, is it cute enough to keep? Because there was these like bow Christmas pillows that were adorable. I'm like, I love them at first glance, but then I'm like, they're still cute, they're adorable, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, I don't need that. I'm like, do I need to spend $30 on one pillow or $60 on two? No, not really. But I found a couple things, and also I'm trying not to spend too much on like a lot of I want to say nonsense, but it's not really nonsense. I know it's stuff that will make me happy and everything, and that's great, and we love that, but I'm like, I have too much stuff, and we can't keep going out and buying more, as I've literally gone out and bought more stuff. But there was a couple things where I'm like, in there, sheets and stuff that I saw where I'm like, those are adorable, but I'm like, we already have too much fabric at home right now. I did find this adorable one. I've been trying to find more fabrics because I've noticed a lot of my fabrics have like solid white background, which is fine, it's great, but I'm trying to find a nice variety of different things, especially different colors. I've yet to really find that many purple ones, so there's that. I guess purple's not that big of a color, which disappoints me, it hurts my heart. I did find this adorable tablecloth. It's similar-ish to the one that I kind of have already. And then I found more lace. This, ironically enough, is a curtain, but that's fine. And we're just going to trim it and then sew it if need be. But reduce, reuse, recycle, that's all we're about. So, because my other table display I did this, like the pink undercloth, tablecloth, whatever, and then I did like lace over top, and it actually looks so cute. So I was going to have obviously my tables matching, but it is time to go home, do some sewing, actually go to Little Caesars first. We decided we're going to have Little Caesars for dinner, so we're gonna go there, pick it up, go home, have a drink, and do some sewing because we still have a boatload of market prep to do. I cut out more bow bag charms earlier off camera, so you didn't end up seeing that, so you'll just see the process of the whole sewing. And I also finished a lot of the makeup bags, not like completely finished, but I finished a decent amount of the steps yesterday off camera again, because I'm just like, we just need to get this done. Like, I just need to get it done, have it checked off my list. So It has been a long, exhausting couple of days. My work has been extremely busy. There was 2 days where I had an 11.5-hour day and then a over 13-hour day. So, needless to say, I am still currently exhausted. It is Friday, but I wanted to show you some of the stuff that I have actually finished, because I did end up finishing the bow keychains that I made. I just had to finish up a couple of things on them, and they are all done. Quickly, you kind of saw most of them in the video, but like I think I made like 19 of them. I think that's what I counted before, but like so cute. I already have some in this one, and I just also in this fabric. I just made like a bunch extra and some new kind of fabric patterns, but like you're telling me these aren't adorable. Like every single one I love. So we have a whole bucket, bin, basket, if you will, of them. So I need to put them in a proper market tote bin. I already have one, a big one beside me, filled with makeup bags and these guys, which I've already shown you. So I have a bunch of those. Let's go through them. Some of them have different lining fabric on the inside. So like some's green, and then I believe, yes. And then some is like a light pink on the inside. And they are fully, all the raw edges are fully lined, but they are absolutely adorable, and everything is made with thrifted, pre-loved fabrics. This one just obviously screams vintage. It is made from a vintage bed sheet. I had a few scrap pieces of that, so I just made 2 of them. I still want to make a bag out of that fabric, as I've already told you. But yeah, those are all the different fabric patterns I've made. I just quickly finished making this bag, and all that's left is to turn it right side out and fix the hole in the lining. I just quickly made this, so I was like, oh, let's just make a different bag, you know, just for funsy. And like I had just finished doing the outer piece, like quilting it and putting it together, and I was like, oh my god, like this is gonna be perfect. Like I am already obsessed with it. So hold on, I made the hole just a touch too small, so bear with me here, because and if this turns out, like, I could have added a zipper, I just didn't. I just wanted to test it first without the zipper, and then if I want, I can go back and add ties. Oh my goodness, Jesus, this is taking a hot minute. Almost there. Almost there. But yeah, so I just wanted to do like a test of it first before I go and make a whole bunch more. We're almost there. So I do want to make more for my market and potentially maybe for myself, but first, oh, I can't even fit my hand. And like also, I cut all this out, yesterday? Yeah, I think. Honestly, I don't even know anymore. So I cut this out last night. Wait, can we, like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And not to mention, it has a matching interior pocket. Like what do you mean? Like, I think also, if I do make this bag again, which I honestly think right now I will. For one, can we just talk about the fact that, because this is a pattern that I had purchased and I had been wanting to try out, so I finally purchased it, tried it. I watched the tutorial video, and I watched that like last night, 2 nights ago, and I'm like, oh, let's just see how to do it. Like, I already kind of know from the previous tote bags and other bags I've made in the past, like I could kind of already figure out how to do it. I wasn't sure how they were doing the straps, and I just didn't follow the tutorial video. I followed it from my brain. I'm just like, you know what? Let's just do it. And that's exactly what we did. So like the strap is perfectly fine, but to me personally, I would do it better for like where it connects. Like, it's still fine, it's still cute, it's adorable, I still love the bag. And I would either do the zipper or do like a little tie closure, because obviously it stays a bit more open, but you have your little bow. You can tie those up into little bows, and no, I cannot keep it for myself. So this will be going in the market bin. You're telling me you wouldn't want this bag? Alright. But yeah, next up on our list to sew is to make more mini zippered pouches. Hold on, let me find them. Not mini, but like bigger than the coin pouches, because I've made these 2 so far, which I don't know if I showed you or not. So there's that. I'm gonna make a bunch more. Like, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like 7 more. I have been going back and looking at my list of stuff I want to make. I did count all the inventory yesterday? No, 2 days ago. I did that 2 days ago, so I now have a list. I do have a lot of like makeup bags, bow bag charms now, and here's the thing, because I've never done this large of a market before, I don't know how much or how little to bring, and obviously more is better. And going based off how busy they were last year for opening day, opening weekend, they were lined up the entire day, apparently. And there were, I think, like, a few businesses, like, some of them were, like, cookie vendors and stuff who did end up selling out. So I'm trying to keep some stuff in mind, but I'm also trying to prep for the next market that I have after. So I'm trying to make sure I have enough. But worst case scenario, I can always prep between. So I still want to try to make a laptop sleeve. That's one thing for sure. And I do need to make more purses, either more purses like this or my larger totes. Because right now I currently have, because I have 3 of the heart purses, which I don't know if I'm gonna make more of those. That's the thing. It's like I have 3 of the larger totes and I have 1 purse tote. I just call it a purse tote. I haven't made up an actual name for it yet, but you know, yeah. I just finished all the larger zipper pouches, and let's just quickly go through the ones I made. We did this with a nice pink lining. I did 2 of the blue, and then it has the gingham blue pattern fabric on the inside. I also did 2 of these, both with the same bright maroon pink, if you will. Did 2 of, and then with the pink lining for both. And then you already saw both of these. This one has the same pink lining, and then the green with the green lining. So another bunch added and completed off my list. Now we just have probably, I think, I have a few more items I still want to make, and yeah, we're almost there.